Hello and welcome to the podcast in proud partnership with Amref Health Africa. I'm Solomon Serwanja and we are in Rwanda's capital, Kigali, at the Africa Health Agenda International Conference 2025, where delegates have come all across the world, including those in the global north and the global south, to come together to rethink Africa's health systems. It's now more than ever that we need to relook and rethink our health systems. And today, we're privileged to be having Martina Möllers, who is the CEO at Martina Connect Africa. She's very passionate about sexual reproductive health and rights. Martina, thank you very much for joining us on the podcast today. Karibu sana, welcome.
Asante sana, Morakoze sana. So far, yeah,
right.
I'm very proud about to be here with you.
All right,
Thank you.
It's really good to have you. So firstly, Martina, I would love to involve you in a conversation on the shifting global funding. The global north has significantly shifted funding. We know about the abrupt suspension of USAID, the rest of the development partners, and the global north at large, EU. There's a global rethinking of funding, especially in Africa, and it has affected us as a continent so much that it's one of the big issues of attention here. We are prioritizing the issue of funding and how it's affecting us, and what can we do as a continent to weather the storm. So Martina, in your view, you've been working in Africa for quite a while. I know you're from Germany, but you've decided to give your heart to Africa, and you're very passionate about sexual reproductive health and rights. We know about the global gag rule, where, for example, the US has said none of its money should go into sexual reproductive health and rights. How is the shifting funding trends affecting sexual reproductive health and rights in Africa?
At first, thank you for this introduction, which has really a serious impact, and we are just really at the edge, for sure. And we have to rethink what we can do and how we can bring this again without this US funds and regards of the cuts from the global gag rule, and that will be not anymore in power. I think we have to think out of the box and to make sure that we are convincing as well here the global leaders in the African settings. They are very brilliant people, and they have as well somehow a lot of things to give. And as well, we can reshift certain things in a way. For example, look from Zambia, we have the copper belt. Indeed, we have a lot of wealth as well in the African context, not only from the human beings, from their own perspective, but as well Africa is the biggest and as well one of the wealthiest continent as well. But I think they have to take action, and they see. I think as well we have to bring all the leaders now together in the African settings to bring some more values which they have, and as well from the monetary fund as well together. And then we are so happy from the European Union and as well from Germany as well to support and to give funds, and as well in another way how it has been until now, since everything changed, since the new government of US is in power. I would say we should not be worrying. It's only a way how to think differently, and probably it's a big chance for Africa to take action and to think out of the box as well. And I think they shall not need and they shall not be relying anymore on Western countries, or not more than less on USAID. They can do it as well on their own. We should be really stick together. Europe is ready for sure, Germany as well. And that is why when I started my own company and organization, Martina Connecting Africa, I was thinking it will be somehow challenging. But I think we are approaching it differently. We have a lot of other options here. We can really approach it in a way that the wealthy people in Africa shall be as well be in the way how to support their own people, and they can even take in action. And they are, I would say, I think it is now time for Africa, and they can do it. They can do it, and perhaps it is almost rethinking. We should not think it always negatively, even if it is for us, all of us, a big challenge. I'm sure. I know it from my perspective, from a personal perspective, from my colleagues' perspective. We were as well very shocked what has been done. But I would say we can do it together in another way to raise funds with the people here who are very strong, and they have a lot of ideas. They're very creative. This is what I have been almost seen. And I think we can do it, some fundraising and some other things around, to find a way as well to approach it from different ways. I would say there is no point to be anxious. There's no point to be afraid. I think now we can see what the strength in the system of these wonderful people of Africa. They can stick together. I know it from Nigeria. We have programs as well, a program of scale which we won 3 years ago. They are ready to bring in and to pledge some money. I know it. I know it from Zambia, from a program which I'm guiding there. And the people are ready. I think they don't want to be almost in the line with certain guidelines, for example, from the US government. However, I would say they can do it in their own approach, and they're quite very intelligent, and they're very creative. I have to repeat it again.
Yeah. I just wanted to also come in and ask you a little bit deeper. How do you think this funding has affected, women and girls, especially around sexual reproductive health and rights, and what can be done to bridge that gap?
Of course, they are affected. There's no doubt about it. This is clear. But the case is, if we are working on this sexual reproductive health rights, we can change something for a better life. And if we are going deeper, we can go, where are the roots? Regards of capacity building, regards of always train the trainers. We have doing it for a long time. And I think if we are dealing with all the community leaders together, there is no need for a lot of money in this case. There is no need always to pledge a lot of money in. This is only the approach, and it's a mindset, in my opinion, that they should not sit there and thinking, okay, we get now the money. No, I think take ownership. This is my advice. Thinking out of the box, take ownership. I think this is time, and I know from Rwanda, for example, it's a very brilliant example. This country is taking ownership. They are doing well since this genocide has been in place. And I would say this country even has been tremendous change, what we are seeing with our own eyes. And I'm here since over a couple of years living and doing my work. And I would say this is a wonderful role model for all the other countries around, either of Eastern country, either from East Africa, as well for Central Africa and Southern part and West Africa. Even they have their own geopolitical challenges. But I would say they can do it. They can do it, but they have to stick as well together. Almost the ideas. And we had recently, for example, the Munich Security Conference back home in Munich. And I found the statement of the new appointed and elected president of Ghana quite very interesting. And he told the world, because he got a bit accused from the current Vice President Vance back in Germany during this big conference, which existing since 1963, we don't want to beg anymore for money. We can do it on our own. So far they have the Gold Coast, they have this, they have that. And we can raise our own money. We can stick together. We have to make up our minds to be reunited, to be united at at the continent in diversity. This is clear. We have in Addis Ababa, we have the African Union. And if they're coming together and they don't quarrel with each another, I would say, and this was almost the goal which came up, I think it was very, very strong statement from the current elected president of Ghana. Yeah.
All right. I'm as optimistic as you are. Martina Möllers, thank you very much for sharing your thoughts with us.
Thank you so much. I'm very delighted to being here and feeling very humbled.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Martina is the CEO at Mati for Africa. She's shared part of her heart in Africa, and she continues to inspire many women and girls and setting up and helping us to improve our health systems as a consultant. I'm Solomon Serwanja. Thank you so much for watching this podcast. This is the podcast in partnership with Amref Health Africa.